This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the CEO of Kincora Copper, Mr. Sam Spring. Sam, busy time. Definitely not the summer doldrums here in the U.S. Coming into conference season, and Kincora looks to be catching a bid in the market. How are you, sir?
Great to have us on. Thank you, Gerardo. It is a busy time, so good to unpack it.
No, let's kind of go in order, right? You had this private placement that generated lead orders from none other than Mr. Rick Roll and Mr. Jeff Phillips. The structure of that deal was really well done in the sense that those shares are going to be escrowed for, I believe it was a 12-month period, but you've come out of the bat just absolutely running, and I know a lot of this is work that you've been doing for years, but the market is finally, I believe, starting to catch on to all the catalysts that are coming up. So I figured I'd have you on just to touch on those.
Yeah, and I think it's great to have had that support from Rick and Jeff, sort of picking a diamond out of the rough in terms of where we were and recognition of the deals already in place and getting the structure in place and the capital to really have a proper business model for a 12 to 24 month type period, and we're just starting to get executing. The financing, we had the shareholder meeting just this week, so that 4 million Canadian financing is just going through the final closing stages, as is the share consolidation around that to really tighten up the capital structure to only 43 million shares outstanding. As you mentioned, there's a 12-month hold, which is pretty unique. The existing free float from the shareholders before that raising, 40% of them are represented on the board. So there's a really tight corporate structure and shareholder structure that we're going to have. But most importantly, the money to be able to get on the ground and really advance these programs. And I think we've been able to talk about what the strategy is, but now with the shareholder meeting and the financing closing, we'll be able to get on and put that money into the ground. And I think that's where the upcoming period is going to be really exciting as we come out of the summer period.
Well, you have a lot of eyes on you right now for a couple of reasons. One, the lead order and the financing attracted a lot of names and really quality cornerstone investors. But the other reason you have a lot of eyes on you right now is because there's been some discoveries here in the belt recently that bode well for Kincora and the region. Can you speak to those a bit?
We certainly have. We're hunting for porphyries in the Macquarie Arc, which is Australia's leading porphyry belt. Within this area, there's been 16 billion of M&A for the producing assets, over 385 million of earning deals with majors doing exploration and unlocking those programs with juniors. There's been two 10 million ounce gold equivalent discoveries as well. But just in the last month, we've seen a new emerging discovery by Waratah Minerals at its Spur project. And that's a great analogue for two of our flagship projects that we still own 100% of, our Trundle and Fairholme projects, where we're actively having conversations with new asset level partners looking to follow this project generator model. And timing couldn't have been better for us for that discovery, just to highlight the parallels with those projects and see the phone ring from a few inbound majors inquiring about those assets as well.
What comes next in terms of priority, right? Because there's a lot of irons in the fire, and obviously you're cashed up now, so you have the flexibility to do a number of things simultaneously or go one at a time. What's going to be the approach there, Sam?
Yeah, and the great thing about this project generator model, and I love, Gerardo, a recent interview you did with Rick, where he was talking about sort of this model in his experience from what he's invested in previously, having a better than 3 standard deviation success rate from leading to new discoveries, is that this business model lends itself to being scalable. And with the financing that's just closing, that means that we can get on at the ground and do more work. So it ultimately means more drilling at more projects. We're in these conversations for our flagship projects, looking to bring in new asset level partners. So further deals. There's some opportunistic new ground that we're looking to put our hands on, which we think will have clear strategic value. So we're really getting on with executing a very clear strategy and business model that was backed by Rick and Jeff and this financing that we did. You may have also seen recently that we've just in the last week announced a drilling update from some of the work that we're doing with Anglo Gold Ashanti at our Northern Junee Narrabeen Belt assets, where we're getting good results, drilling results at two of those projects. There's a third licence that we'll shortly drill. But that's, again, a really exciting project and with really positive momentum and clear value parameters out there from other peers. So really, we've just got to get on with continue to execute, and the ability to close this financing just accelerates that.
Well, listen, you definitely have a market that's cooperating. We have gold spot price above the 34.15 level. We have copper right around the 440 level. Both of those with tailwinds. Sam, always great to catch up. A lot going on. I suspect that we will be chatting more frequently here as we get into conference season with the Denver Gold Forum, the Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit, and the New Orleans conference in November. A lot to do over the next coming months. I know you'll be busy as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Fantastic. Thank you, Gerardo.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.